Thank you so much, Angela. While Americans celebrated Independence Day, the National Teachers Union held its annual summit in Portland, Oregon to adopt a new resolution that includes what some say is a political focus to fight against the education policies of the Trump administration. Joining us this morning to discuss is Defending Education's Director of Outreach, Erika Sanzi. Good morning to you. Tell us more about some of these policies that the National Education Association adopted. It is quite the list.
Yeah, I mean, one thing people need to know is that the largest teachers union in the country, the NEA, which I was actually a member of in 2 states, it is unrecognizable to what it used to be. It always leaned left, of course. It always gave more money to Democrats, but it has become a foot soldier for the far left in this country. And that was clear during this event over 4th of July weekend. For one thing, the resolutions are largely anti-Trump. So they speak about Trump a lot. They call him a fascist a lot. And they, for example, like reasonable people can disagree on the efficacy of the Department of Education. But in this, it refers to any move to close down the department as racist. It also comes out in favor of, not only does it come out in favor of fighting any sort of like deportations or any actions by ICE, but it refers to ICE and what they're doing as kidnapping. So again, the language is really, really, inflammatory for sure. One thing that caught a lot of people's attention is that they decided to cut ties with the Anti-Defamation League. So the ADL, which generally has focused on fighting anti-Semitism, the NEA came out and said that they were severing their relationship with them and that they would no longer use, endorse, or publicize any materials from the ADL, including their curricular materials or any of their statistics. So that seems like a real swipe. And again, the NEA has been very, very brazen in its anti-Israel messaging. And I think that this is just another example of that. So if anyone's wondering if they were talking about teaching and learning and improving student outcomes, the answer to that is definitively not. This was like a far left rally and quite.
They've got more political, right, with their agenda. Absolutely. And the Trump administration, no doubt, will fight back against anything that goes against Trump's America First agenda for education. In fact, as we're already seeing, the administration is not afraid of suing a state Department of Education, as they are in California, where they are suing the Department of Education there over Title IX violations. Tell us more about this lawsuit.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to you guys, I think 2 weeks ago about how the state of California was given until July 7th to comply with this resolution related to Title IX. And it meant that they needed to stop what they were doing in terms of using gender identity instead of biological sex when it came to sports, et cetera. And they have decided to dig in. They've doubled down. And so July 7th came and went. They decided not to comply with the resolution, unlike UPenn, who did comply with the resolution. And so they've been sued now by the Department of Education, by the Trump administration, and that includes their Department of Education in California has been sued, and also their Interscholastic Federation. And so we'll see where that goes. But essentially what the department is saying is that they want an immediate, and I should say the Department of Education under Linda McMahon, they want an immediate injunction so that the state can stop using gender identity when it comes to sports. And that includes not only the competition, but also what should be single-sex spaces like locker rooms.
That is a story that we'll be following in a court case as well. Director of Outreach for Defending Education, Erika Sanzi. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us this morning.
You too, Jan. Thanks so much.